Oh, good morning, friends, followers, channel members. How are we all today? Welcome to Belfast. Early morning flight. Why not? It's been a while since we've done one of these. It means our aircraft is also in a cold and dark state, so we're going to have to go through the full setup. I'm also going to do my best to try and remember the flows and things with the new Airbus SOPs that are currently now in use. So we're going to perhaps take it a little bit slower than we would do normally. The flight time today is around about 1 hour. We're literally just zipping across the Irish Sea and heading into Newcastle, where there's rain showers and things that we want to try and avoid. But either way, it'll be a great way to spend a couple of hours this morning, whatever you're doing. If you're one of our Australian, New Zealand viewers, good evening. Hope you've had a great day. And if you're over here in the UK, then good morning. Hope you're not working too hard, and if you are, hopefully we've given you something to help you get through the next couple of hours. So welcome on board, guys, and to those of you watching on Twitch as well, a big welcome to those of you following on Twitch as well. Mark Oxley, Dan Nix, hello to you guys, thank you for coming on. TPW63, good morning to you as well. Right, so here on YouTube, Mark, Barry, Captain Scoob, Paul Newman. You've not followed the FlyByWire 320 multi. Yes, of course, should probably mention that we are in the 320 Neo this morning. Thought we'd do a FlyByWire stream. It has been a while, so be nice to take this aircraft out for a spin. Flight time is around about 1 hour, Captain Scoop. Dave Butler, good morning. Jay Hogg, good morning to you. You're already on your first flight of the day. Excellent. Oh, what it would be to be retired. Gecko on Twitch, good morning. Thanks for joining us. TC, good morning. Barry, you're preparing a presentation in French, which is not your first language, while listening to a stream in English. That is languages is just a completely different ballgame for me. Danny Roll, good morning, mate. Not seen you for a while. Hope you are well. Jan Timothy, good morning from Colorado, USA. Colorado, my word, mate. What time is it there? Early bird catches the worm and all of that. Paul Newman, good evening. Yeah, good time for you this, Paul, isn't it? Valley Jessica, hello from Western Australia. Good morning to you. Aviation Guy and Klaus Hansen, good morning. Oh, look at that. As we've been chatting, the sun is coming out. Lovely. Right, we're at Perugi's Belfast Airport. We're heading over to Orbex's Newcastle Airport. I love the scenery here at Belfast. It looks gorgeous. Oh, the lights are still on as well, which is interesting. I could understand why. There has been sort of like few passing rain showers in the last few minutes, so that's quite neat. Scotty, good morning. Bus driver, good morning to you as well. We won't fly over you today, bus driver. Not passing North Wales today. And Danny, your school started, so sadly you're missing the streams. Yeah, fair enough. This is educational. Ewald, good morning, mate. How are you? Right, should we get on board? Let's see if we can remember how to set this aircraft up. I always do turnaround ones. I never do morning ones, so my aircraft's usually already fully powered, but, well, this isn't. Let's go ahead and just check a couple of things before we go. Any ATC? No, I didn't expect to, so that's fine. Right, well, let's have a look at our operational flight plan. I say it is pinned in the chat, but... So let's see. Right, plug fuel 4.3 tons. We've got quite a light payload. We've only got 13 tons of payload today. Low cruise flight level 230. Slight headwind. Shear rate looks okay. Takeoff weight. Yeah, that's nice and low, isn't it? Alright, that's fine. So, let's just go through. There's not going to be anything on the route, which is scary today. In fact, very few waypoints indeed. Weather at our airport. Yeah, again, nothing crazy there. Slight crosswind coming into Newcastle, but only 6 knots. That's shouldn't be too much for us to handle. Actually, what's the alternate? In fact, the alternate's right back here at Belfast. Oh, that's interesting. Look at that. So we're departing runway 25 and the alternate has got us landing on runway 35. No idea why that is. Unless the planners know something I don't. No planned closures for the runways today, but there you are. Dan Crow just arrived in Gatwick from Belfast, coming on stand. Might hop back over. Hop up to Newcastle, mate. Meet us there. Barwell, good evening from down under. Yes, I do love being able to get morning streaming, particularly for those of you guys who've just finished work for the day down in Oz. Great to have you on board tonight. So here we go. Let's see what's Newcastle got. Vicinity showers, few clouds, QNH 1000. We've got, it's the forecast, just potential of just a few light showers. That's the only real thing that's going to get in our way today. Just a big rain cloud right over the threshold of the runway as we're coming in on a Cat 1 approach. Typical. Abdan97, thank you for the follow. Danny, you would say Manchester should be the alternate, or Edinburgh maybe? Yeah, well, Danny, think about this. So, our flight time is about 40 minutes away. No, a bit more than that, about 50 minutes, something like that. If we couldn't get into Newcastle, which do you think is going to be better, not just for the airline, but also the passengers? Going back to our destination, which is only 50 minutes away, or headed down to Manchester, which is somewhere that the passengers don't really want to be. It's somewhere the aircraft doesn't want to be. We've only got a low payload anyway, so this flight operates several times a day. We could just try again later, couldn't we, with the extra passengers on board, or most of them. So sometimes when you've got a really short flight, the alternate is just your arrival, just your departure airport. It's just makes financial sense and keeps keeps passengers a little bit happier as well. Yeah, so this afternoon the weather's going to be getting worse in Newcastle. Yeah, I won't be flying that. Somebody else will. Taxiway Charlie's closed. That makes no odds to us. So anything important at Newcastle? I'm going to have to look at all this now because we don't have time in the cruise. It's going to be a very busy flight. So Newcastle Airport, wildlife management, yada yada yada. Don't suck up the birds. Physical runway characteristics, 45 meters, declared distances amended as follows. Okay, that's interesting. Well, we're very light. I don't think stopping is going to be an issue today. And that's Manchester. I'm not too worried about Manchester. Not at the moment. That is one of the alternates, as is Glasgow and Edinburgh, but not the main alternate. Let's have a look at the silhouette chart. So we've got what? We've got turbulence and icing as we start to head down the other side. So another reason to throw a bit of extra fuel on board. Yeah, all right. So it could just be hit and miss weather-wise. Could be fine. Could be glorious. Could be bumpy. Could be a bit low vis if a rain cloud comes in. Right. In that case, with all those different variables taken into account, let's take half a ton of fuel extra. So we'll go with 4.8 tons of fuel. We can go ahead and pop that in here. See, this is one thing that I do like about the fly-by-wire, the ability to refuel and things in real time. So that's nice. Right, well, we might as well get that going now. I think so. That can be refueled. Should we think about starting our aircraft up? Right, so before powering anything up, let's just do the before start flow. So we want to make sure that the weather radars are all turned off. We want the engine mode selector, make sure that's normal, as the engine 1 and 2 levers are turned off. Landing gear is down, and both windscreen wipers are off. Lovely. Well, now we can power up our aircraft. So let's turn on the batteries. Battery voltages both look good. External power is also available. We'll wait for our triple clicks, and then we'll do the fire test. So this is the new flows as well, guys, which I'm still learning, still trying to get my head around as well. So just got to wait for those flows. Is that sun still shining? It is as well. Don't know if we've got anyone else with us today at the airport. A lot of these are statics. They look very nice. This airport is stunning, isn't it? Mind you, Peerage did a fantastic job with Glasgow as well. Really like Glasgow and Edinburgh, of course. Right. Well, whilst I'm waiting for those clicks, assuming I'm going to get those, let's grab the weather. So we have currently got here QNH of 1. There we go. There's my 3 clicks. Thank you. QNH is 100. Wind 310 at 6. Good visibility, scattered 700 feet. That doesn't look that low outside, but never mind. Temperature is 8. Right, so now I've got the triple clicks. Let's do the APU fire test. Go away, don't want to do that. Okay, all's good. Now we can get those turned on. Right, so they will align themselves, and now we have the before walk around flow pattern, which is to pop on the nav logo lights, check the anti-brake pressure, and make sure the flaps levers are up. Speed brake lever is disarmed and the parking brake is on. Right, at which point one of us goes outside and checks everything, but you know, that's fine. Now we can go ahead and do the overall cockpit preparation, which is perhaps what you're most used to seeing. So we extinguish all the white lights, get that on, CRV test. There we go. That's fine, they're already on as well. That's on. We will pop that on as well. Let's just turn these down. We'll turn the packs off before we start, of course. Don't want the cabin to be too warm. They can remain off. Now let's do engine 1 and engine 2. There we go. Lovely. Danny, are you the only one that's starting to get excited about thinking about winter ops? No, it's well, we've had this, haven't we? We've had such a marvellous summer here in the UK, but with that comes really boring weather to fly in, unless you're doing it in real life, of course, in which case you want that boring weather. But yeah, here in the sim, you perhaps want something a little bit more exciting, don't you? So yeah, why not? Let's go ahead, set that QNH then here, 100. These looks very small, I'll have to zoom in and see that. 1004. Skid is on. Let's just check now. Got down here. Pedestal, that's fine. Switching's fine. They're all good. Door is open. Let's squawk 2,000 feet. 2,000 feet. Squawk 2,000. That's all turned on. That's set to above. Garrickson on Twitch. Good morning. Yeah, okay, that's all fine. Let's come up to the FCU 1004. Pop constraints on. Our initial climb today I know is going to be 6,000. That's fine. Let's just turn the brightness up on that. It's a little bit dark. Turn this one up as well, why not? Right, let's go through the rest of the panels. Bright sunshine, so we'll turn those up. And turn these up as well. I'll leave the first officers where they are. Not too bothered about those. Right, let's start that APU, then we can start thinking about getting the passengers on board. 1, 2, 3. Mark Oxley, the Tropopause is found on your operational flight plan. It all depends on what operational flight plan you're using. Obviously, I use EasyJet, and that is found at the top right. In fact, hang on, just 1 second. So that is found just here on the EasyJet layout. So there's the Tropo, 32,490 feet today. Right, so as the APU is setting up, I've got to remember how to do this in the fly-by-wire because I've not done it for so long. So AOC menu. Let's do this. 48 minutes the flight time. Now, if memory serves, the weight and balance is now done over on here, I think. Payload. Ah, yes, it's done. Yeah, done here. Now, I thought, is that not brought in from Simbrief? I thought it was, or do you have to initialize something? What am I missing, guys? Why have I got no... well, I'll tell you what, could I just enter the... oh, do we have to press that and download it? Yes, of course we do. Thank you! Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, boy. See, this is what I mean. It's been that long since I've flown this aircraft. I'm out of the loop. 125 passengers, 2.5 tons of cargo, and there's that zero fuel weight, 55.5 tons. Thank you! Thank you, guys. Yeah, see? What would I do without you? Lovely, that's all done. APU is up and running. Let's get the APU bleed on. Just give that a minute and then we'll start boarding those boarding the passengers. Let's continue with our setup down here then. Right, well, onto the data page. Let's check what we got. We've got our 3 IRS greens, aircraft status, valid air cycle, LEAP engines, and get our uplinked init request. Alternate Echo Golf Alpha Alpha back here, and Easy 48 Romeo November, costing us for flyable 320. Temperature is actually minus 33 according to the OFP. That Tropo's 32490. Just go ahead and pop that in. Ground temperature is 8. Winds. That was quick. And the IRS in it. Let's check then on here what we've got with regards to our parking signs and coordinates. We're parked at stand 14 and we should have then, let's see, 5439.7 north, 5439.4 north, and 612.8 west, 612.1 west. Close enough. Garrick said the Phoenix would do compared to fly-by-wire is 3 times the slow mode. It is! The fly-by-wire is very fast at everything that it seems to do. I think there's just a lot more going on under the hood, perhaps, with the Phoenix. Okay, we're happy with that. Right, shall we start boarding? I think we're all ready. Let's give them some air to breathe. The sounds on the fly-by-wire are phenomenal. Boris has always been amazing at that, hasn't he? Really, really good. Okay, so if we say we're about to start boarding, then we'll, yeah. Cabin crew refueling is underway and the bags are starting to get loaded, so let's open the doors and allow our passengers on board. Thank you. I'm Groot, good morning to you. So we'll use a little bit of GSX as well, I think. So we will request boarding.
Boarding requested.
There we go. And we'll set real time, of course. There we go. On come the passengers. Right, let's go ahead and continue our setup then. We've got the flight plan to do next. So, departing runway 25. No SID, that's correct. There is no SIDs available here at Belfast, so it is just clear that discontinuity. We're straight out and then to Blacker. And then the arrival at Newcastle as well, full enough for this flight today. ILS runway 25, no start. And the VIA is November Tango. That is a distance of 188 on here. Our operational flight plan's got 210. So, as always, if there's a bit of a discrepancy, let's just go ahead and check what we've got. Make sure it looks like we would expect.
Pilots boarding starting.
Yeah, that looks pretty good actually. That is exactly how I would expect that to look. So, happy with all of that. Onto the RadNav page then. Let's see what we're going to throw in here. We've got the Belfast VOR and that's about it. Go ahead and turn that on. We've got no auto-tuning VORs yet, so I'm not going to go ahead and bother with VOR 2. Right, onto the zero fuel weight and init page. So our zero fuel weight is going to be 55.5. We'll use a standard CFG of 30. Oh, actually, do we have an estimated one here? Ah, no, we have current. Planned. Oh, there we go. We've got planned 24. Oh, call it 25. And the trip wind is a headwind of 7. Fuel planning, block fuel 3.5. We've got 4.8 on. Loads. Takeoff weight of 60.1. That's nice and low, isn't it? It's very low. Mind you, we said we're not heavy. We're not got many passengers on today. Not that many people want to go to Newcastle. Fuel for the alternate is pretty much almost the same as the trip fuel. Oh, let's call it 1.6. An extra 34 minutes of flying time. Yeah, so if we got to Newcastle and one of those rain clouds had come over and just obliterated the visibility on things and we had to go around, then we could quite easily go around, just give it another minute or two, see if the rain clears and then have another go. Bear in mind that there is a good ILS, I think it's or Cat 3C ILS at Cat 3B ILS at Newcastle, so yeah, we would be able to get in regardless. David, good morning to you. Ewald, it's been months since you flew the fly-by-wire. I should give it a spin sometime. Can you tell I'm doing everything slowly? Just to make sure I'm not zipping through things. It's a little bit unfamiliar. We're also using new standard operating procedures as well, which is another reason why I'm just doing things slightly slower than the norm. While I try and slowly learn the new SOPs. But yeah, there you go. Right, so init B is fine. Onto the performance. Right then, for this we need SimSmart.
Crew boarding starting.
So, Echo Golf Alpha Alpha. Departing 2-5. Grab the METAR. QNH is still the same. Yep, runway conditions. Now, that latest METAR said that we'd had recent rain, didn't it? So, let's just go with wet. Anti-ice will, of course, be off. Takeoff weight was what? 60.1? CFG is forward. Takeoff thrust we want flex. Config 1. Packs will be off and calculate. Oh, I've not got the engine out procedure for this. Right, bear with me a minute. This is something we can do on the fly here. We've got time while everyone's loading. So, let me see. Let's grab the engine out procedure for Belfast. So, runway 25. And then we'll just update this. Then we've got it on screen, which is obviously how we want it. So it's a standard engine out procedure here. Let's just copy that. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm just updating this on the tablet, which is easy to do now. So, runway 25. Let's get that engine out procedure. Good. Now, if I just run that config again, might just have to change the runway. And then go back to runway 25. Ah, there we go. Alright, so this is everything we're going to be putting in. Config 2, config 1, thank you. So, config 1, 68, 125, 134, 137, thrust direction acceleration is fine, green dot's 205, not limited on takeoff weight, and there's the engine out procedure, 1800 feet left turn, back to Belfast VOR. Cool, let's go ahead and pop that in. David, that tool is called SimSmart. It is payware, like £4.75, something like that, but it's not monthly, it's a one-time purchase, so if you do use the
Your
Neo,
crew has boarded.
it's
Passengers boarding starting.
it's quite neat. So the engine performance, the performance calculations, V-speeds, etc., they're only for the Neo, but the engine out procedures, thrust reduction, acceleration values, they're for any 320. So yeah, you could even. I still use SimSmart when I'm programming the Phoenix, just so I've got the information I need. Right, V1, what was it? 125, 134, and V2 is 137. Transition altitude 6,000. Thrust reduction is 1268. That's not a million miles off, is it? It'll get rounded up anyway. Engine out is also the same. Whoops, missed one. See, the engine out acceleration values, thrust reduction values, etc. See, that works faster in the Phoenix, but it's just each aircraft, isn't it? And it's nice to have those little differences, I think. It's a little bit more akin to the real world. There we go, that's all sorted. And yeah, remember we said that the engine out procedure, then standard 1800 feet. This is where the secondary flight plan would come into use. Can't wait until that's available here in the FlyByWire. That's going to be probably the biggest game changer they'll make for a while. So, as I can't use that, we'll just go to the fix info page. We'll pop Belfast in there.
Morning.
And then we've got it for us. Oh, good morning, guys. Here's everyone coming to Newcastle. Come and get on you get. They're not dressed for Newcastle weather, are they? There's no one's wearing a coat, for goodness sakes. Do they not know what the forecast is in Newcastle? Anyway. Right, that's all done. Everything's set up. I think we can start doing a brief. So the weather here, first of all, for our departure at Belfast, we've got winds 330 at 5, temperature is 10 Q81004. Runway condition is, it's recently been raining, so we've got that down as wet. Weather en route should be fine. A little bit of turbulence and icing maybe on the descent into our arrival airport, and then we might have to dodge a few, might see a few rain clouds as we come in, but there we go. Peter Scarab, good morning, mate. Where were you yesterday? Was it yesterday? I can't remember when it was. We came into Copenhagen. I was hoping we'd see you. Sorry, Peter. Sorry, Peter. Can't ignore you, can I, mate? Aircraft type A320neo, fully serviceable with the exception of the weather radar and a few functions and them are due. But performance of the aircraft is good. No NOTAMs affecting us for our departure. Taxiway Charlie is close, but we're not going to be using that. Threats to be aware of then with regards to the departure. Let's just bring the charts back in, have a quick look. So, not the longest taxi, so quite a short taxi, a little bit of a threat. Obviously want to get through things. Actually, it's not too bad. Yeah, so we'll get everything done slowly this morning. Remember, I'm trying to work through new SOPs, so that's a little bit of a threat. Unfamiliarity with things. We're happy with the airport with regards to its layout. Shouldn't get lost. And yeah, no real terrain to speak of either. We've got MSAs 34, 32, and then 3000 as we go. We've got no air traffic control. Not sure if there's any other traffic here, but again, always a threat when there's no ATC. For the taxi then and pushback, we're going to be taxiing from stand 14, pushing back on X-ray. We'll then taxi out X-ray Lima and then full length from Alpha 1. Climb straight out to around 1700 feet. It's in the box, and then we'll make a right-hand turn to Blacker. So, noise abatement to departure, initial climb 6000, first turn will be to the right. And we've got 6000 blue already showing. Emergency brief then, standard Airbus emergency procedures, and the engine out procedure here is standard. So once we're all secured and past 1800 feet, we'll make a left-hand turn to the Belfast VOR where we'll enter the hold. Hold inbound course is 052, left turns, and then we'll hold over the airport, decide what to do. We're not very heavy, so coming back in here is going to be incredibly easy. No overweight landing checks to run. Peter Scarab, good morning. Best not break from tradition. Do you know, Peter, I was just thinking, it's you've been now probably one of the largest supporters of the channel since you found us, really, Peter. So thank you so much. And yeah, I was gutted you went around the other day when we came into land at Copenhagen. With it was a fun day actually, because one of your runways is closed and you got a bang on crosswind, like a bang on 15, 16, 17 knot crosswind coming in for runway 30, which that was fun. Good stuff. Good morning, HD. Sat there nice and quietly. How long have you been there? Right, so we've done all the brief and everything. I think most of the passengers are on board now. Is that completed? Yes, I think so. Bruno Mike, thank you for the follow. Wonderful. Everyone's there. Peter, you had all senior ATCs on deck. I can understand that. Many go-arounds, or was everyone good? I didn't see any on flight radar when I was having a look, but you never know. Right, passengers are on board. I think now we can start getting rid of some of the ground vehicles, which are here. Are they? Are they not? In fact, is that? Have we even got the ground vehicle hooked up? I'm not even sure if we have. Let's have a quick check. Oh, doesn't appear to be. Well, how is that turned on then? Interesting. Well, whatever. Let's tidy our aircraft up and then we'll run the checks. Lovely.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck this morning, let me welcome you on board this EasyJet aircraft as you settle in for what we hope is going to be a most enjoyable flight. The weather today doesn't look to be posing much of a problem, so we should have a nice smooth ride for you throughout the duration of the flight. And as the cabin crew continue making their last preparations, if you could please assist them by getting yourselves sat down, your seatbelts fastened, and make yourselves nice and comfortable. The ground crew have now finished loading the aircraft, and we're just about finished with all our pre-flight checks, so it won't be long until we are pushing back. If you could please give the cabin crew your full attention as they go through the safety briefing, we'd very much appreciate it. So on behalf of myself and the First Officer, we'd like to say thank you for choosing EasyJet today, and we look forward to giving you a safe flight.
Right, all checks look good. I'm happy with the aircraft. So, cockpit preparation, aircraft acceptance is completed. Fuel quantity is 4.8 tons. Balance, seatbelt signs are on. It is, we've got nav and barrel ref is 1004, 280 feet. Done. Let's get the ground crew in place then.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Right, well, nice and secured. Let's get onto Unicom 122.8.
Bypass pin inserted.
Get ready to go. Belfast traffic easy 48 Romeo November, stand 14 pushing back on X-ray. Wow, that was a sporting approach to the nose wheel. Facing south, yeah, that looks good.
Locking gear.
Peter says you're still not controlled that much live, still getting used to the VATSIM
Release
software.
parking brakes.
We'll definitely come see you when you're ready. So let's check before
Release
start
parking
checklist.
brakes.
Parking brake is on. Takeoff data is confirmed. Windows are closed.
Release parking
EFB
brakes.
is turned off. Doors? Where are my doors? Why isn't the door page open? That's why.
Release parking
Closed and
brakes.
armed, and the beacon light is on. Okay, let's go. Parking brakes released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Engine mode selected to ignition and starting engine 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we
Set
recommend that you
parking
keep it
brakes.
fastened at all times.
Parking brakes,
Waiting
yeah.
your confirmation for
If the
good
air
engine
supply
start.
fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth. Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat.
Starting
Put it
engine
over
2.
your head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. We wish you a pleasant flight with EasyJet.
Garrick's on Switch, does GSX have a 2D map for setting up the pushback? It's all done within the sim, so it's 3D, if that makes sense. Cholty, good morning, mate. Commentator, arrivals into Belfast yesterday was all on Unicom. The Belfast transition for the ILS makes it quite interesting with the traffic flying. Yeah, so if you fly the full procedure, you fly over the airport and then kind of fly the racetrack. So yeah, I can imagine that being almost chaotic if everyone didn't decide to fly the full procedure. Angus, good morning. Angus, no, I'd not noticed that, to be honest. All good stuff. Right, engine 2 is stabilised. Let's get rid of GSX and do the have to start flows.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Ooh, that feels stiff compared to the Phoenix. And the after start checklist. Anti-ice is off, ecam status is checked. Pitch trim's 25.4 and the rudder trim is neutral.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Now, where is the marshal or the wing walker, because I normally end up running him over. Well, whilst we're stationary and letting him get out of the way, let's do the flight controls check. So, full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral rudder, full right, full left, neutral. Belfast traffic easy, 48 Romeo November, taxiing to runway 24 via Alpha 1 on X-ray and Lima. Ah, there he goes. Lovely. So we've got no squawks, that's fine. Engine structure is normal. Let's get these on. Oh, we have to ding the cabin in this aircraft as well, don't we? Something else I forgot. There we go. Sky's the limit. Tom, good morning, sir. Right, let's go. will also start to move without much help from me. Quick pets check then, so no change to the performance. QNH is the same, 1004, flex takeoff. Engine out procedure is standard, 1800 feet, left turn back to the Belfast VOR. Departure is straight out, 1700 feet, then we'll make a right turn to our first waypoint. And the initial climb, 6,000. My god, this is fast. Mind you, we're very light, so that's probably another reason why we're just racing away. That and it's a Neo. Keep that speed in check then. Right, taxi checklist. Flight controls have been checked. Flap setting is config 1. FMA, climb, nav on at FD2. Radar and predictive wind shear is on. Eco memo, takeoff, no blue, and the EFB is stowed. DC, this is not default scenery. This is from Pyrrhus. Fantastic scenery from Pyrrhus. HD 5 knots is fast, God help me if my mother-in-law ever gives me a lift. I meant it was just accelerating away far faster than I'm used to, but we know that anyway. Garrison, do I have a custom GSX profile set up for this airport? Yes, I do. Yeah. Peter, we did have a little fun incident yesterday on the stand. We had an engine blowout on startup, bloody Boeings. Isn't that right, Tom? Damn Boeings. I'm just letting the aircraft take itself. Right, quick look out. Approach path looks clear. Nick, good morning, sir. How are you?
Belfast traffic EV5 Hotel Alpha pushing off stand 12.
Short flight, this one. As I say, it's only about 47 minutes to be exact, but yeah, shorter flight. Just take a bit more time, care and attention over everything we're doing. Is I'm just trying to get used to the new SOPs and a slightly different aircraft. Alright, good. Approach path is clear. Just do a quick check of those wheels. Oh, they're not warm in the slightest. Probably normally a little bit warmer, to be honest, in real life. Belfast traffic, easy 48 Romeo November, lining up runway 25. Where are you going? No, 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 no. Let's make a left turn, shall we? Ah, that's better. Lovely. Okay then, guys. Shall we go? Lineup checklist. Cabin is secured. Takeoff runway is runway 25 confirmed. TCAS TRA packs 1 and 2 are off. Takeoff. Start the chrono. %50 stable and set takeoff thrust. Man flex SRS runway engine 2 critical. Nav. Positive rate. Gear up. And set climb thrust. Thrust climb. Climb. Bit of manual flying, just to get us through this this departure. There we go, 1700 feet, and then we're going to make a right-hand turn. That's where we get to enjoy a bit of manual flying for a bit. Flaps 0. Spoils disarmed.
Belfast traffic easy 5 Hotel Alpha, taxi would have been Alpha 1 via X-ray limit and Alpha. Belfast.
I might just reset the flight path to go direct to black, otherwise I reckon it's going to try and intercept that line I can see on the navigation display shortly. Okay, no ATC. Let's go ahead. We'll set flight 150 blue, standard pressure. Autopilot 1 now engaged. Okay, temperatures just starting to drop as well. Let's get some ice on. Climb above these, we'll ding the cabin, and then I'm not even sure they're going to have time to serve you drinks today on this flight. Welcome everybody. If you are just joining us, please do leave a like as well on the stream. Lovely clouds. Everyone's saying the clouds are fantastic since Sim Update 10. I think I can get rid of those now actually, through that. Ding that cabin. $10,000 feet. So lights are already off. Get airports on there. Turn seatbelt signs off in a moment. Red nav paid out. Progress page. Yeah, flight level 230 is not going to be any issue for us today. Let's go ahead and set that now. Flight level 23 set, and seatbelt signs can come off. Beautiful departure.
Ladies and gentlemen, the seatbelt sign has now been turned on.
First Officer George is shouting me. I will be back in 1 second.
The toilets are now available. However, when in your seat, we recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times in case of unexpected turbulence. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
And we're back. That's the problem with morning streams. The deliveries, the postmen, the couriers, they all arrive in the morning. Garrison is putting zero incline performance part of standard operating procedures. Depends on your airline, so 3 guesses as to which one I'm following.
Belfast traffic easy 5 Hotel Alpha, line up runway 25, Belfast.
Right, low cruise level today. We're doing our arrival brief very soon. That cloud layer's over there in the distance. That's probably straight over Newcastle. And Mark says, would love the announcements to be available on Xbox. Yeah, so self-loading cargo is the app that I've been using for that. Although it's not always been working properly, to be honest, last few times. Spot Sodor. Does it have a branch line on it, HD? Top of descent, according to this, is 9:50, which is in about 7 minutes' time. Danny, did I not fancy some South Florida ops? No. It's the simple answer. No. 1,000 feet to go. We got any ships or anything like that knocking around? Can't see any. Wind looks nice and calm, doesn't it? Can't see any capping. Alright, speed, Alt Star. And Alt Cruise. Was the ship on the right wing? You've got better eyesight than I have. Let's grab that weather then. So, Newcastle. I can print this off, can't I? I forgot. Ah, this is quite handy. Right, whilst I'm printing off, where was that ship? On the right wing? Oh, yes. Yes, there was. Blooming heck, HD. That's some visual skills, that. Okay, so flight plan, let's just go through, check this out. I'm not going to be doing 221 knots. Center fix. Just need to fine tune this a little bit as well. So at that point we're going to be looking at 2000 exactly. It's better. We've got an NDB here that we can put in as well. Well, we've got a VOR and NDB. Newcastle and November Tango. There we go. Progress page, Echo, Golf, November Tango, runway 2... is it 25? What runway we're coming in on? It is runway 25, yeah. Fill this page out. So the QNH Newcastle is 1000, bang on. Temperature 10. Wind variable. Oh, hang on. 320 at 10. I was reading the wrong one then. 320 at 10. Transition altitude is 6,000 feet. And visibility is Cat 1. 439. Fuel 3 tons when we get there. We'll have more than that, aren't we? HD, you spamming the chat with the letters from your eye tests. Now you see, if I'd have thought of that many years ago, just memorising those letters as we went on, I'd have been doing this in real life. Damn. Maybe I should go back for another class 1. Right, well, no time to hang around. Let's do the brief. So, quick check for the weather. We've got 320 at 10, so a slight crosswind coming in from the right. Good visibility, a few clouds, 2,000 feet. Runway condition, nothing reported, so we're expecting that to be good. Aircraft is still working. No NOTAMs for the arrival. Threats to be aware of, just no ATC really, so we just have a little look at the charts, what we got. So MSAs were coming in 3-4, then we'll fly the full procedure 2621 as we get out over the North Sea. Yeah, nothing really with regards to terrain and that kind of thing. No ATC, that's always a little threat, and not sure if we've got any traffic there, so again, a little threat as well. Just keep an eye out on Unicom. So we're expecting runway 25, no standard instrument arrival, we're just going to fly the full procedure. We're coming in straight in over the Newcastle NDB, we'll fly the full teardrop approach. So there is a max speed restriction as we do this, so we're going to fly this in flaps 1, so the idea is to be flaps 1, we'll fly 180 knots, and yeah, that's the way forward. 180 knots, I will be 3,500 as we pass over the NDB. Flaps 2 as we start to turn and intercept the glide slope, so that's pretty straightforward. We'll use auto brake low and we'll vacate the taxiway where Bravo, hopefully, and then straight on to stand. Won't be doing single engine taxi, won't have time for that. Go around is pretty straightforward as well, straight out 2,500 feet, and once we're at either 2,500 or 4 miles, whichever's later, right turn back to the NDB and to the hold. Have another go. Wow, it's probably one of the quickest briefs we've ever done. Talvin, good morning. You're back and your PC is ready. Excellent, excellent. You have to come back for the next stream. Let us know how you're getting on, Talvin. Thank you so much for your donation as well, Talvin. Great to have you on board again with us today. Barry, good morning. Barry, what a kind $4.99 donation there from Barry, saying this is the Fly-by-Wire appreciation chat. I still have a lot of love for Fly-by-Wire because when you think about what they've achieved over the last 2 years to enable people like you and me to fly this aircraft for free, then you can't not appreciate it, really, can you? But thank you so much, Barry. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, take full advantage of your tax-free allowances today and make some amazing savings with our boutique range. In your in-flight brochure, you'll find details of our award-winning selection of gifts, most with massive discounts, some of which are exclusive to you as an EasyJet customer. Make the most of your opportunity to shop and save from the comfort of your seat. If you'd like to see any products, have any questions, or would like to make great savings, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
No time for tea and drink service today, guys, but you do have time to play the lottery. gorgeous weather over... are we over the Scottish border? I'll have to have a quick look at the flight route and see if we are being taken over the Scottish border today. No, I don't think we are. No, of course we're not. Purely in the UK. So about 30 miles we'll be heading down. I told you it was a short flight. We've been live for over an hour though whilst we're setting everything up. We'll obviously just keep ourselves abreast of the descent now, because whilst we know VNAV has improved immensely in the fly-by-wire in recent months, still just want to keep an eye on it. In fact, that is also a good spot. Let's just pop in November Tango there, pop a 30-mile radius around it, and we want to be ideally no higher than 13,500 feet when we pass that. Scotty, you got bad weather in Germany, it's just rain. I think that's what we're hoping we avoid on this flight. Mark, it is nice weather this morning, yeah. Oh, Peter, I'm sure we can arrange that for you. Get a we'll have to set up a real world role for you, Peter. Definitely. I've got Nick, Dark Fury, and Christian now helping me with the Discord. There's all sorts of fancy stuff going on there that I don't understand anymore. It looks good though. Wonder how high we could have got with this flight though, before literally getting to the top and almost just skirting the top of climb before heading back down again.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck once again, you will be delighted to hear that we will shortly be starting our descent into our destination, at which point the cabin crew will start preparing for our arrival. If you could please make sure that all the aisles are clear, the cabin crew are able to make their way around the aircraft without any luggage in the aisles, that would be most appreciated. A reminder for our EasyJet private members that free drinks are still available from the cabin crew until the seatbelt lights are turned on. Please note, however, that the toilets will shortly go out of use. Thank you.
Tom, all these radius rings around the fixers. New pilots just playing too much. There is a legitimate reason I've done this, Tom, and that's so I've got a good visual point that I know what altitude I need to be at when, just in case VNAV isn't particularly spot on. Christian, good morning. Have you finished work for the day? Big Jacko's Gaming, good morning. Or good evening. Right, we're going to start heading ourselves, getting ourselves down. Let's go and let's head to flight level 70. We'll pop that into managed as well. So speed, descent, 070 blue. Alvin, thank you so much for another kind donation. Saying I'm bored, so again. Well, you won't be bored soon, Talvin. We're on our way down, so we'll be able to see how the approach goes. Mark, you've been learning landing with the ILS now, the 320 lately, and you feel pretty good, but need to learn how to do the VOR landings now. There's not that many places you need to head out to some Greek islands. I mean, there are a few airports that've obviously still got VOR approaches. You can, and ILS approaches, so you can just pretend the ILS is in up and do a VOR approach. It's not often I've even done them on the channel. In fact, have we ever done one? Yeah, we might have done one or two. But our navs are obviously taking over as well, aren't they? Tom, you just planned 6,000 feet, 220 being the threshold, and work with that. Oh, I just want to know I'm not going to be high. Shouldn't be. We weren't exactly high to begin with, were we? Yeah, Nick, we need to get real world ATC roll going for Peter. And giving him a nice fancy colour as well. I reckon Tom and HD could just form their own flight school, couldn't they? I hate to think what that would be called. The Fly the Bloody Jet School of Flying. So see, now this is why I've got that ring around. I'm not convinced this is going to work for me. Ah, screw that. Thrust idle over descent. Just wind that speed up and get down. Mark just wants to thank us for the tutorial videos. You've learnt so much. Oh, Mark, you're more than welcome. Great to have you on a live stream as well. Live streams are a little bit different, aren't they? You're seeing it sort of on the fly. I'm going to throw some speed brakes out here. I am going to end up extending this downwind. I didn't want to have to do that. Oh yeah, guys, if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to HD's channel. He doesn't get to stream too much, he's a busy guy, but when he does, it's definitely worth it. But only subscribe if you're over 18, for God's sakes. Danny, that is very true. I can't cut the mistakes out of a live stream. I've got what, 43 track miles to go, and I'm at 14,000 feet. Good lord, is it 11 AM already? Oh, Tommy, you're not a subscriber to HT. Oh yeah, get in there. I can see as it's a no-hold bars approach, and an over 18's only channel, I can see some proper Airbus Boeing wars going on. Tune into that. think I need to update my Rex AccuSeasons. Everything's looking a bit too summery. Okay, let's get our lights on and start sorting things out. Okay, 3500 blue, QNH 1000, activate that approach phase, done, thrust idle, we've got no ATC, so not too concerned about the speed limit. High speed approved. Tom. That's the reason you became a pilot, let's be honest. Peter Scarab, there you go. Not saying that Boeing's inferior, but we don't have nearly as many issues with Airbus as we do with Boeing's. Yeah, it was a Boeing's engine that blew up the other day, right? Start slowing this bird down, shall we?
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, you may have noticed that we've just begun our final descent into our destination. If you could now assist the cabin crew by tidying up your tray table and handing them any
There's Newcastle.
around, that would be most appreciated. For safety reasons, we ask now that you please turn off all electronic devices or switch them to airplane mode until after we have landed. Please note that the aircraft toilets are now out of use. If you wish to become a EasyJet Sim Pilot channel member,
And flaps 1, speed's checked.
we will be happy to assist you. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed your flight.
Flaps 1, let's slow ourselves down for this procedure. Speed brake's still out. Newcastle traffic, easy 48 Romeo November, 6 miles to the west of the November Tango, flying full procedure for arrival runway 25. That's gorgeous fuel. See, HD, what I think you should do, as of one day, I think you should just do a live stream while your simulator is updating. Just sit there and swear at it. It'll be comedy gold. It's not Newcastle's football stadium, is it? Oh, it could be, actually. Mark, you can see Greg's Sausage Roll Factory. That's the reason we did this flight today. Right, haven't identified the ILS. Probably the dead zone, actually. We're straight over the top of it. Right, speed brakes away. There we go. India Whiskey November... India Whiskey November Charlie is identified. See, that's why I couldn't bluff my way through on the eye exam. I'd just get the letters in the wrong order.
the cabin for landing.
Okay, let's continue down 2000. Thrust idle percent 2000 blue. Peter, well, you may or may not have called an Emirates flight a Muppet on air. I need to start listening to that ATC live a lot more. Let me know when you're working, Peter. Is Copenhagen on there? They're not all on there, are they? Tom, the eye test is just a joke. Tom, that's the reason that I couldn't get signed off to do this, sadly.
2,500.
Red Alt is alive, 2,700 feet, that makes sense. Here comes the glide slope.
$2,000.
2,000? That's a new one. Okay, so we're below MSA, bird VMC, not bothered. We can see what we can see. Here comes the base turn. Newcastle traffic easy for it. Romeo November, making base turn now on the procedure approach for runway 25, 9 miles.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for landing.
Seatbelt sign's not on. Whoops. Ah, we missed the trigger for the approach checklist, didn't we? So the bar RF is 1,000, seatbelt signs on. Minimums 4, 3, 9. Auto brake will be low, and EFP is stowed. Glide slope log blue, Cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2. What's that aircraft? He's 2,500 feet above us. That's okay. Runway's in sight. Lock star. Paranoid check. Have we activated the approach phase? Yes. Good. Keep an eye on that wind coming from the right. There's an aircraft flying towards me. I don't want a TCAS going off right now. Flaps 2, speeds checked. Flaps 2. Start slowing down. Gear, spoils, flaps 3, speed check, flaps 3, glide slope star, missed approach altitude 2,500 feet, and set. Newcastle traffic easy for it, Romeo November, established runway 25, 4 mile final, flaps full, landing checklist. Cabin secured, go around altitude 2,500 feet, eco memo, landing no blue. Oh, wind again.
1,000.
Stable. That wind should spin a little bit more to a headwind and drop off slightly as we come down. All the lights are on here as well, nice and bright. What's happened in the world of Microsoft Flight Sim? Autopilot R5 control.
500.
Ooh, that was a bit bumpy.
400. 300.
We're coming in sideways.
100 above. 200. Minimum.
Continue.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 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 5.
Spoilers deployed, reverse green. Reverse is off. Disconnect the auto brakes. Vacate on Bravo. Welcome to Newcastle. Okay, let's just hold it there and clean ourselves up. Oh, we didn't get those lights on. Naughty. 2, 3. There we go. Strobe lights can come off as well. Lovely. Let's get ourselves on stand. Where shall we park? Straight in front of us sounds like a good bet. And done. Parking brakes set, and we can get those engines shut down. APU bleeds on, beacon lights off, seatbelt signs off, all done. Squawking 2000 says standby. Fuel pumps as well. Do you know what, HD? I was wondering, have we had 3 minutes? That was a pretty short taxi, wasn't it? As soon as I did it, I thought, ooh, well, we may not have had that. But never mind. I'm going to have to go. The dog's going nuts, so either the cat's attacking him or I've just missed a delivery. Bad timing as always. Right, guys, thank you so much for joining us for this short but hopefully entertaining morning flight. Have I still got lights on? Why have I still got lights on? Ah, taxi lights, there we go. Need to get used to those click spots again in this aircraft. But yeah, as always, good fun. Great visuals today as well. Thanks, guys. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Hope the rest of your Wednesday is good and fun, of course. If you're over in Oz, then I hope you have a good night's sleep now, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Big thank you to those of you who have supported us during the stream today. And, of course, to EasyJet and Pilot channel members. As always, thank you so much for your continued support. I look forward to chatting with you all later. Have a good one, guys. Speak to you soon.